everyone, welcome back to the Healing Club. So, I wanted to share something interesting that just happened recently. My son came home from school with the sniffles, foggy head, low energy, just not feeling right. And at the same time, I had just bought a prebiotic supplement that contained blue agave. Now, as many of you know, when I work on these videos, I usually spend time trying the herbs, supplements, or compounds first before I talk about them. I like to personally observe things for myself while I continue researching. And something clicked in my mind. I started thinking back to Mr. Nemechek's protocol for autism, especially the combination of olive oil, DHA, and prebiotics. And it made me wonder, what if the real key isn't just a prebiotic, but the type of prebiotic and the ingredients inside it? So I decided to give my son a prebiotic with blue agave in it. And honestly, what surprised me was how quickly his sniffles and foggy head seemed to calm down afterward. Now, of course, this is just my personal experience. I'm not saying this is a cure for anything, but it immediately made me want to dive deeper into the research behind blue agave and why it might affect the body this way. Because the more I research the gut, beneficial bacteria, inflammation, and immune balance, the more I keep seeing the same connection over and over again. And that brings us to today's video. What exactly is blue agave, and could the compounds inside it actually help support gut health, bad bacteria balance, inflammation, and immune function? Blue agave is a desert plant mostly grown in Mexico. It's best known for being used to produce tequila. But here's what most people don't realize. Before it becomes alcohol, the agave plant itself contains compounds that researchers have been studying for health benefits. One of the biggest things researchers focus on is something called agavins. Agavins are natural prebiotic fibers found in blue agave, and this is where things get interesting. Blue agave. Yes, the same plant used to make tequila. But what I discovered is that the actual blue agave plant may have some very interesting health properties, especially when it comes to the gut, bad bacteria, inflammation, and even immune balance. And honestly, this is another one of those moments where I started seeing the same pattern show up again and again. Gut health, microbiome health, inflammation, and the immune system all seem deeply connected. Most people have heard of probiotics. Those are the good bacteria. But prebiotics are different. Prebiotics are the food that feeds the good bacteria. So instead of adding bacteria into the gut, prebiotics help nourish the beneficial bacteria that are already there. And blue agave contains special prebiotic fibers that may help beneficial bacteria grow. Researchers have studied agavins for supporting bacteria like lactobacillus, bifidobacteria, and other beneficial gut microbes. And when beneficial bacteria increase, something amazing can happen. The bad bacteria can start losing territory. That balance matters because harmful bacteria in the gut have been linked to inflammation, digestive problems, immune dysfunction, brain fog, mood changes, skin problems, and even autoimmune issues. And as many of you know from my previous videos, I personally believe the gut is connected to far more than people realize. One thing I found fascinating is how prebiotics may help regulate the immune system. And this makes sense when you realize a huge portion of the immune system is connected to the gut. When the gut becomes damaged or harmful, bacteria start dominating. The immune system can become dysregulated. Researchers are now studying how gut bacteria influence autoimmune disease, inflammation, neurological disorders, allergies, and even mood disorders. This is where I started seeing another connection. If certain prebiotics help beneficial bacteria thrive, could that indirectly help calm inflammation and immune dysfunction? It's a fascinating area of research. As many of you know, I've spent years researching parasites, gut health, detoxification, and inflammation. And one thing I continue noticing is that many chronic symptoms seem connected to imbalance inside the gut ecosystem. Not just one thing, but layers of things. Bad bacteria, biofilms, fungi, parasites, and immune activation. And what fascinates me is how many natural compounds seem to work by helping restore balance to that environment. Blue agave may be another interesting piece of that puzzle. For me, this research reinforces something I keep coming back to over and over again. Healing may start in the gut. And the more we learn about bacteria, inflammation, parasites, and the microbiome, the more connected everything seems. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone interested in root causes to the gut-brain connection, parasites, biofilms, bacteria, and natural compounds. Happy healing.